Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the vagus nerve. This is 10th cranial nerve. It is functionally diverse nerve offering many different modalities of innervation. It is associated with derivatives of 4th and 6th pharyngeal arches. Next we are discussing about little overview of the 10th cranial nerve. The sensory innervations of the external acoustic meatus and the internal surface of laryngopharynx and larynx that provide visceral sensations to the heart and abdominal viscera. The special sensory innervations that provide taste sensations to epiglottis and root of the tongue. Then the motor innervation that provide motor innervations to the majority of muscles of the pharynx and soft palate and also the larynx. The parasympathetic innervations to the smooth muscles of trachea, bronchi, gastrointestinal tract, and also it regulates the heart rhythm. Next, we are going to discuss about the nuclei of 10th cranial nerve. The vagus nerve it is originated from the medulla oblongata of brainstem. It have four nuclei. They are the nucleus albicus, dorsal nucleus of vagus, nucleus of tractus solitarius, and a nucleus of spinal tract of trigeminal. Next, we are discussing about the nucleus albicus. Mostly, it is the part of accessory cranial nerve, and a small part it is contributed by the vagus nerve. Next nucleus is called as the dorsal nucleus of vagus nerve. It contributes the major fibers of a vagus nerve, and it is the mixed nucleus, and it have both sensory and motor fibers. The third nucleus of vagus nerve it is called as the nucleus of tractus solitarius. It have gustatory in function. It distributed through the internal laryngeal nerve for the taste sensation. Finally, the nucleus of spinal tract of trigeminal nerve. It is responsible for relaying various sensory modalities including the temperature, deep or crude touch and pain from ipsilateral portion of our face. Next we are going to discuss about the anatomical course of vagus nerve. The vagus nerve has the longest course of all other cranial nerves, which is extending from the head to the abdominal region. Its name is derived from the Latin word vagare, that means wandering. It is sometimes referred to as the wandering nerve. The vagus nerve it is originated from the medulla oblongata of the brainstem. In intracranial course, the fibers of the vagus nerve which runs forwards and laterally through the reticular formations of medulla oblongata between the olivary nucleus and inferior cerebellar peduncle. All fibers of the vagus nerve which is joins together and it is exit from the cranium via the jugular foramen along with the glossopharyngeal and accessory nerve. This picture showing the location of jugular foramen. Within the cranial cavity, the vagus nerve gives two branches. They are the auricular branch and the meningeal branch. First, we can discuss the auricular branch. Arises and supplies the sensation to the posterior part of external auditory canal and also supplies the external ear. The meningeal branch which is supplies the dura mater of the posterior cranial fossa, the nerve which is derived from the sympathetic upper cervical nerves. The vagus nerve bears two ganglia. They are the superior and inferior ganglia. First, we can discuss the superior ganglion. It is rounded in shape and lies in the jugular foramen. Then the inferior ganglion, it is cylindrical in shape and it is lies near the base of skull. In the neck region, the vagus nerve which passes into the carotid sheath, that is traveling inferiorly along with the internal jugular vein and the common carotid artery. The internal jugular vein which lies laterally and the common carotid artery which lies medially, and the vagus nerve which is present between and posterior to the internal jugular vein and the common carotid artery. At the base of neck, the right and left vagus nerve has different pathways. The right vagus nerve that passes anterior to the subclavian artery and posterior to the sternoclavicular joint, and that enters into the thorax. But the left vagus nerve that passes inferiorly between the left common carotid and left subclavian artery, and that passes posterior to sternoclavicular joint, and that enters into the thorax. The branches of vagus nerve in the neck region, they are the pharyngeal branch, superior laryngeal, recurrent laryngeal, two branches from thorax region. First, we can discuss about the branches of the pharyngeal branch that provide motor innervation to the majority of muscles of the pharynx and soft palate. Then the superior laryngeal nerve, which is split into internal and external laryngeal nerve. The external laryngeal nerve, it is innervates the cricothyroid muscles of larynx, and the internal laryngeal nerve that provides sensory innervation to the laryngopharynx and superior part of the larynx. First, we can discuss about the right recurrent laryngeal nerve that hooks underneath the right subclavian artery, then that ascends towards the laryngeal region. It innervates the majority of the intrinsic muscles of larynx. In the thorax region, the right vagus nerve that forms the posterior vagal trunk and the left forms the anterior vagal trunk. The branches of the vagal trunk that contributes to the formation of the esophageal plexus, which innervates the smooth muscles of esophagus. Two branches which is arises from the thorax region, the left recurrent laryngeal nerve and the cardiac branch. First, we can discuss the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. It hooks under the arch of aorta and ascending to innervates the majority of intrinsic muscles of larynx. Then the cardiac branch, these innervate regulate the heart rate and provide visceral sensation to the organ. The vagal trunk enters the abdomen via the esophageal hiatus. The esophageal hiatus is an opening in the diaphragm. In the abdominal region, the vagal trunk that terminate by dividing into several branches and that supplies to the esophagus, stomach, and the small and large bowel up to the splenic flexure. Some clinical importance of the vagus nerve. The paralysis of vagus nerve that produces nasal regurgitation of swallowing liquid and nasal twang in voice and hoarseness of voice, flattening of the palatine arch, cadaveric position of the vocal cord that may changes, and dysphagia. Irritation of the auricular branch of the vagus nerve in the external ear that may produces continuous cough or vomiting or maybe death due to the sudden cardiac inhibition. Continuous stimulation of auricular branch of the vagus nerve may reflexly produce increased appetite. These are the course and the clinical anatomy of the 10th cranial nerve, that is the vagus nerve. Thank you.